Well, this weekend I received some devastating news that my husband was scammed out of almost his entire 401k.
Ooh.
And so now it's tax time. And we're going to have to pay taxes on it. So we have no more retirement, and our savings is going to be wiped out. And I don't know where to begin from here.
How did he get scammed? What did he put it in?
It was a crypto.
Crypto.
It was yes.
How much?
And $270,000.
$270,000.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
And there's a little bit of a backstory. I'm not making excuses for him, but there's a little bit of a backstory as to why he felt financially strapped, that he felt he needed to do this to secure our financial future.
How old are you?
I'm 57. He's 58. We have no debt. We paid off our home in February of 2022.
What's your household income? These days, it's not if your identity gets stolen, it's when. So you need ID theft protection from Xandr. They monitor your personal info proactively and alert you of any suspicious activity, including home title fraud. Then Xandr takes care of everything, including up to $2 million of stolen funds protection and white glove service to help you get your life back. Plus, kids are covered for free on their family plan. Call 800-356-4282 or go to Xandr.com. What's your household income?
Right now he makes approximately $98,000 annually, and I'm currently not working. I had to quit my job in January of 2023 because I was diagnosed with cancer, and the medication that I'm on just causes me a lot of side effects that we chose it's better for me to stay home because we could afford it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we have no debt again, and he was looking into securing our future so that he may be able to retire early. He started doing some research as to how to invest money. He knows nothing about it. He's not educated in that. So
yeah, your voice is fairly muffled. Speak directly into your phone, please.
Okay.
There you go.
He's not okay. He's not.
No, he's obviously, even if he is educated, he's not wise.
Mm-hmm. And he got desperate.
No.
It sounded like
he did, and
right after I get desperate, I usually get stupid.
That's what it was, and so that happened in January 2024. In about March or April, he came up to me and told me that he had invested a little bit of money, and I was like, okay. And he says, and he showed me that he showed me the app, and he showed me that the money was, we had made about $300,000 or $400,000. And I said, okay, well, how much did you invest? And he told me, at that time, he said $30,000. I said, where did you get the money from? Because I take care of all the banking. And he said that he pulled it out of the 401k. And I said, okay, dumb mistake. We'll get through this. I found a temporary job. I made enough money to cover the taxes. I calculated we probably owe about $6,000 taxes. I said, okay, great. Well, I'll take care of it, and I'll get a permanent job so it won't affect our savings. And now that it's tax time, I kept looking for the form that comes in, the 1099-R, I believe, and he kept making excuses as to why we hadn't received it. So I kind of had a feeling that it was worse than what I knew, and that it was worse than what he had told me. And this weekend, he gave me the paper, and it was $270,000. So now we will have to. And now it's worth zero, of course. Yes. Well, I looked at it last night, and there was about $16,000 in it right now. But
was it really a scam, or did he just lose? Like, did he get scammed by a scammer, or he invested the money and he lost the investment?
No, it wasn't an actual scammer. I had demanded that I back when he told me it was $30,000, I demanded to know where he sent it, how he sent it. I wanted to know everything, and apparently it was a company in Hong Kong. And I looked up the address, and it's in the slums of Hong Kong. I'm like, why didn't you do the research before? Well, the thing is now, he said that it was the 200. I'm like, how can you go from 30,000 to 270,000? And he said it was about the same time. He invested here, in a couple of different.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Does he now own that this is stupid, or is he still defending?
No, he owns it. He's been living with this for the past year, and
he was lying about it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you said he just came clean with it.
Yeah, he just came clean with it, but he was living with that lie for the. But
I mean, he's now saying out loud, "I completely screwed this up."
Yes, he has.
That's important because otherwise he's going to do it again.
Right, and he's like, I'm prepared to work till I'm 70. I mean,
yeah,
he
might as well.
Good job right now, and
There's not a choice at this point.
Belly up, buddy.
How's your health? Are you improving?
It's getting there. I'm on a clinical trial.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that this will be something that will, give me more time, and I feel pretty good, except just the usual side effects. I mean, not the usual, but the side effects of the medication. But thank you. I'm happy to, every day is a good day, and I'm not going to let this bring me down. But it does scare me for our future.
Well, the good news is you have no payments. And so what he needs to do is max out his 401k, and you'll need to max out your Roth IRAs. And you need to tell him that if he makes any transactions without the two of you being in agreement ever again, that will be the last time he'll do so as your husband.
Absolutely.
He needs to understand that this has extreme consequences. Because he not only did something stupid, he lied about it at length. Deceived, created a web, a full scenario of lies. That concerns me actually more than his stupidity.
Correct.
And so, that's a big deal. So, yeah, you guys can catch up. I mean, you can make 100, 120, and you can max out your 401ks and Roths, max out your Roths and work another 10 years, 12 years, and you will have enough of a nest egg to retire on if you don't do this again. But as soon as he gets desperate and tries to pull off a fast one, that's when you get messed over. And so, ouch, I'm so sorry, honey,
tough.
with everything you're facing. It's just not fair. Wow. All right, guys, let me give you a couple principles on that. There's a guy who scammed a bunch of people and wrote a book from jail in the 70s. The book he wrote about himself was Con Man or Saint. Obviously, he thought he was a saint, but he was in jail, so he was a con man. Okay, but I read that book in the early 80s and as a teenager, early 20s, and the only thing I really got out of the book was he said it's almost impossible to con someone unless they are afraid or greedy. This guy was afraid. His wife had cancer. He's trying to get a bunch of money so that he can not have to work and take care of her.
Yeah.
And he got desperate based on fear, and he said that set him up in the emotional category to be conned. The other crypto people that get conned are the greedy ones. They're trying to make double your money in 20 minutes because I'm the cool kid and I'm the smart one, and I grew up with a cell phone in my hand, a smartphone in my hand, so I know everything about digital. No, you don't. You're a greedy fool, and you're going to lose your butt in crypto also. The second thing you can do is, who can find a virtuous wife, for her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. If you have to hide the investment or the financial move from your spouse, warning, warning,
Red
warning,
flag.
You're screwing up. I have no lack of gain because Sharon and I talk about it before we do it, and it keeps me on the rails. The best ID theft protection is from Xandr. They not only monitor, they help you get your life back. Go to Xander.com to learn more. Hi, Ethan. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
So my wife and I were just recently married 5 months ago.
Congratulations.
And thank you. I appreciate it. So since getting married, I adopted a bit of debt, which is something that I'm not too familiar with.
You adopted it?
Well, most of it is not mine.
It came with the package.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I was slow on the uptake on that one, dude. My bad.
Sorry.
So she had a bunch of debt. That's now y'all's debt.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, listen, on behalf of wives everywhere, thank you for your gentle language that you adopted it as though it was like a sweet puppy.
Yeah, it was her cat.
That was very loving of you, man.
Her ugly cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's ours now. It's ours.
So how much debt did you adopt?
So, a little under 100,000.
So you adopted like a hippopotamus, like not a puppy.
This is not a puppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A large puppy.
Yeah. All right. $100,000. And what's your household income?
Yeah, my household income is it's about 58.
Okay. And you two are on the same page about attacking all of this, I assume?
Yes, sir, we are.
Good. How can we help?
So, I guess my question is just, debt is something that I'm not too familiar with. So, advice on...
We got that. That's your nice way of saying it's stressing your butt out. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So, I guess just advice on how to tackle this debt as promptly as possible while still being able to enjoy being newly married and kind of establishing our house and our bringing in furniture into our apartment, and also a dream of ours is to one day start a business together. So how to just, I guess, navigate all that. Maybe that's too
do you
far
want the
ahead of
truthful
time,
answer, or do you want the Pinterest answer?
Truthful answer. I'm not huge on Pinterest, so.
I'm not into Pinterest. I didn't know Pinterest was lies, but that's pretty. It's just butterflies.
Well,
and
it's just
flowers.
pretty pictures, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truthful answer, please.
I think my wife and I were married 10 years because of the hole I dug. When we both were participated, but mostly me, to the tune of 6 figures and a whole bunch of degrees, before I finally was able to buy a headboard on Craigslist that I spray painted in my backyard. Here's what I'm telling you. Long term in your marriage, the smartest thing to do right now is to pay your debts off. Borrow furniture, get crummy furniture, get to the next stage, man. But you have this picture of what you thought your first year of marriage was going to be like, and you'll have 6 figures in debt. And you can have all the pretty furniture in the world and all the nice cars in the world and all the new businesses, and that debt will bury your marriage. And I know that because I've done it. I lived it. And I kept punting it and moving it around and trying to do this and putting things off instead of just sucking it up and getting that stupid stuff paid off.
Here's what's weird. When you guys decide together and you take her 2 hands and your 2 hands, you look into her eyes, and you decide to spend the next 24 months on a garage sale couch that cost $13 and is pinkish blue, but we're not sure what color really. When you decide to do that, you're going to laugh about those days later, and you're certainly going to be, but it's actually going to, the weird thing is, it's actually going to increase the quality of your relationship and your marriage more than the new couch will.
By 100 miles.
Because we're working together for a common goal, and we're sacrificing together for a common goal. And when you guys do that, when you pay a price for something you both believe in early in your marriage together, it knits you together more beautifully than than everything looking perfect, than a $100,000 wedding, a $200,000 car, and a $300,000 new business. So a crummy wedding day when it rains and the mushroom caps float in the little thing, and because you did it outside and you didn't think it was going to rain, and that knits you together. It sounds weird. Like, I don't want to sign you up for suffering, but you've already adopted it, so there you go.
Yeah, you signed you up for suffering.
Yeah, so let's get after it. So working extra jobs, living on a budget, the both of you being in agreement, not you dragging her along because you have anxiety about debt, but her being in agreement that, hey, this is a mess. We're both going to work on this. We're both going to lock arms. We're going to put equal emotional effort into it. And we're going to sacrifice to win for a short period of time. We're going to live like no one else so that later we can live and give like no one else. Your business opening is going to be down the line after you're out of debt, have an emergency fund saved, and then save up some money to start your business. Right now, you're just going to work your butts off, both of you. And both of you aren't working enough. You got to work more.
Here's another cool thing. You'll buy a different couch in 30 months than you would right now. Because you know how much $1 is worth and how much $1,000 is worth, and you're not going to buy a $5,000 couch.
Yeah. And so I start doing math if I'm you. Okay, $33,000 a year, it means I'm out of debt in 3 years. $50,000 a year means I'm out of debt in 2 years. And how am I going to do that making 58? I got to make more money. I got to have more money coming in. And I can't spend money on anything because I don't have any money. We're not going out to eat. We're not going on vacation. You're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless you're freaking working there. But guess what? You're the second generation that thought you had to eat out every night your first year of marriage. Every other generation, the bride had the pleasure of burning meals for a year trying to figure it out. And then you can laugh about that too. And my wife is actually a good Southern cook, but she still screwed up a lot of stuff the first year. And you know how much I screwed up? None, because I didn't do nothing. So there you go. I screwed that up too. So there you go. But so I just got the pleasure of her being mad when I was making fun of her. But anyway, it's all good. So, but no, I mean, this is how life works, y'all. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay for everything to not look like Instagram, because that's someone else's highlight reel. Their kids still pooped in the floor 3 minutes before they did those little white suits and put them all together. 3 minutes before.
In the floor?
What are you thinking? You know they did.
I know they did.
Those kids that wear those white suits, you know they did that.
There's cha-cha everywhere in that house. Everywhere.
So, yeah, don't follow other people's highlight reels. Sacrifice to win.
Pay it off now. Pay it off now.
Two of you have a shared vision, very detailed, very laid out, where both of you are in agreement on it, and then get your butt in attack mode. That'll be the best thing ever happened to a young marriage, is to learn to accomplish goals together through sacrifice, through goal setting, through hard work. You can do that. You can do anything, my friend. Anything. Nothing will stop you. Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I'm having a problem. I make decent money at my job, but I can't seem to save. It doesn't matter if I try, separate accounts that aren't connected to my checking account. Mm-hmm. And I just cannot seem to save money to have an emergency fund, to pay off debts.
What happens? You transfer it over there, and then you end up just peeping back in there and sneaking the money out?
Yeah. Yeah, I just keep dipping into it, whether it's for something important or just something that I want that's not important. I just can't seem to, connect the dots between saving and not using it. And
all right, Leo. So I got a question. I'm asking this on behalf of my friend here. If we were following you around with a documentary crew for a week, what would be the top items that you're spending, the type of things you're blowing money on, you're spending the money on? If we're following you around, we'd go, oh, Leo, he's spending money on this. Give us a top 5, just off the top of your head.
Oh, it's gas station, energy drinks, hunting supplies, things that I don't need.
Okay.
That was good. That's a good list. Anything else?
Not really. When I was younger, it was before I had kids and real responsibilities. It was I'll make more money tomorrow, and I've kind of carried that over now, and I can't seem to get away from that.
Trying to out-earn bad spending habits.
I got to ask another follow-up, Leo. If I'm following you, all right, and we're in the gas station parking lot, and we're zooming in on the doors, and you're busting out of that thing, what do you got in the arms? What do you got in the old bag at the gas station? I'm curious.
Oh, I already know.
Usually it's 2 to 3 energy drinks. Maybe a snack for work, and a can of tobacco.
Dip Corn Nuts Mountain Dew right in it.
Oh, man, that's disgusting. Say it's not true, Leo.
Oh, it be so.
Oh, it is.
You like it?
Unfortunately.
I got to tell you, if I was on a desert island and the only thing I had was a bag of corn nuts,
Listen, corn
I'd
nuts
starve.
slap.
I'd
Corn
starve.
nuts-
I really would. I'd die.
They're
All right.
actually delicious.
So let's
They
help
smell
the man
terrible.
out with his budget, Jade.
Okay, so I think I heard you say you had kids. Is that right?
Yes, I have 4.
How many? 4? Okay, and you're married still?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay.
We are dating. We are together. We live in the same house, but we have not gotten married yet.
Okay, so you have a woman that you're soon to marry. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the money first, and then we'll go back to the relationship because we're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
4 kids.
Okay, so first off, what you really need, I think the solution here is a good detailed budget. I always say that budgets should be 3 things: detailed, realistic, and flexible. And that will really help you out, because I think what's happening, like you said, you're kind of spending the money before you get it. And it's like, I can out earn this. And if you don't, then you end up having to pull back out that savings. So we'll make sure that you get set up with every dollar. And what I want you to do, I want you to sit down and create your budget. And I want you to be so detailed about all the things that you know you spend money on, even the energy drinks. If you know that's something that's part of your life right now as it sits, put it on the budget. If you know, hey, like I buy a hunting knife at least once a month, put it on the budget. Like, be realistic and honest with who you are in your spending so that you can begin to see, okay, I see what's going on here, right? So that's a good place to start. And then obviously, the same way that you're budgeting for all of the other things, you budget for things like savings, and you can actually see, do I have money to put aside in savings? Can I live the lifestyle I'm living and still have money to put aside in savings? Right now, it seems as though the answer is no, but when you do the budget, you're really going to get a clear picture of what's going on. So that's thing 1. Thing 2, I haven't even asked you about debt yet. Do you have any debt?
We have two vehicles that I pay for, and I have maybe $2,000 of credit cards that I'm slowly working on paying off.
Okay, so putting everything into perspective, right now, if you do find extra money in your budget after you've budgeted for everything, right now the money wouldn't necessarily go towards savings. You'd save up $1,000 and that's it. If you can get $1,000 and just set it aside, tuck it aside for a rainy day, that's great. Everything else needs to go towards paying off this debt.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room with the relationship, because
I don't know why Mama's not paying for her car. I don't understand it.
Well,
I don't get it.
Well, I don't understand why Mom is not
3 children
married.
that don't go to school.
Well, I'm with you on that. I'm as traditional as they get.
Why aren't you guys just married yet?
And it's 100% my fault. I want to give her everything that I possibly can, wedding wise. Like, I want it to be the wedding of her dreams.
Yeah.
And with the money situation, I am not to that point where I'm comfortable spending that money on something like that.
I hear that.
So it's me holding back. She's pushing for it, which I have no problem doing it, but I want it to be everything she wants. I don't want her to have to hold back on something.
Listen,
because we don't have the money for it.
I 100% honor the idea that you want to give her a wonderful wedding party. But I want you guys to frame that as that's what it is. It's a celebration. It's a party. You can get married legally and don't nobody have to know but you guys. And then you're at least protected legally. Huh?
She's been looking into that through the courthouse and things like that.
How about this? How about you guys just get married and then you can throw a celebration years from now, or you can rededicate your vows and she can put on the dress. I mean,
spoiler alert, everybody is married before their wedding day. Everyone. The moment you get the document.
Oh.
The moment you go and sign the document.
You had me there for a second. I was like,
So the idea that it's like, no, I want to wait until the day. I'm like, we all get married on paper a week or so before we're actually married.
That's right.
So it's not even like, we make it more of a thing than it is. So I think for you guys, it's like, get married on paper. That way you can do all the things we just talked about with your wife.
Yeah.
That sounds nice, doesn't it?
Okay. It does.
It does sound nice.
Yeah.
And then you guys can save up for this wonderful party. Right. You can do all of it.
How much do you think you're spending a month in energy drinks, bro?
Oh,
I got a plan here.
It's usually about $10 a day.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do 30 days in a month.
Uh-huh.
All right. That's $300.
Ooh,
Okay.
My guy is Ric
Yeah.
Flair on those energy
I'm
drinks.
telling you, man, you need to get rid of the energy drinks. That's a $300 a month raise. Do some push-ups, some pull-ups, all right? Get some good night's sleep. You won't need an energy drink. I don't need an energy drink. I wake up with the juice, man, okay? I'm just telling you.
Ken. I drink a little bit of coffee.
But that's like 2 cups max.
That's
The
a lot of
energy
coffee.
drinks, 2 cups?
All right.
Not energy drinks. Those are
Yeah,
horrible.
those are the taurine.
But I'm not getting on your health. I'm actually saying $300 a month. I wanted you to see quickly how you just changed your life.
That's a big deal.
That's a big raise for you. True or false?
For real.
You can get rid of the energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
tobacco.
Well, yeah, I'm slowing down on that.
Good.
I know.
You got 4
Very
kids.
much so.
And that's
Good.
why I didn't bring it up. I am trying to actually be sensitive. I get that one's harder to kick than the energy drinks.
If you do this budget,
Yeah.
I think you're going to be astonished. And especially when you share it with your new wife, since you guys are getting married this weekend, I think you're both going to be astonished. And there's something about seeing your
a good word.
behavior on paper written out that you go, oh, like you clutch your pearls. You're like, I can't believe I've been spending my hard-earned money on this when I could have this.
That's right.
And so what you could have is what you and your wife, when the time comes, you need to be dreaming that up together.
You're giving all this great financial advice. I'm trying to help him, but in a different category.
Yeah.
You're my friend. You are Mrs. Clean Eater.
I
Give
try.
him some. No, you do a great job.
Thank you.
Give him a healthy snack instead of the chips at the gas station. What's he taking to the office for a snack? Come on.
Ken, I'm glad you asked this. Let me tell you what I'm on right
knew
now.
you would like it.
I take a Granny Smith apple and
Oh, love a Granny Smith. Sour.
sour. I slice it up,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we got slices. Then I get a little
Tell me it's peanut butter.
jar of peanut butter. It's not just that.
We are
Then I have-
separated at birth.
Then
I know
have
we look
another
like it.
jar. Wait, I'm getting more. Hemp seeds. So I go apple
Hemp?
into the peanut butter, into the hemp seeds. Salted caramel.
I don't know if I need to be
Just
that
a
chilled out
little
at
bit
work.
of salted caramel. It is so good.
Is the hemp seed going to knock his intensity off? a
No,
little bit?
hemp seeds they're a complete protein. They're really high in protein. They're delicious.
I'm learning something new every day. There it is, Leo. There's your healthy snack, man. We just saved you more money.
Yeah, man.
No more
Put it in the
corn
cup
nuts.
holder.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.
Let's go to Devaney, who is joining us in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. How can we help?
Hi, I have been struggling with a budget for what feels like forever. I've used every dollar. I've listened to the books, just recently started listening to the podcast, but I still can't seem to stay on a budget and get us out of debt.
Well, are you in good hands today with
We've
George
got-
Camel? I mean,
Okay, so
he is
Tell me where
fantastic.
you feel like you're failing with this.
We set the budget and then we go over it. So we'll set it for, let's say, food, and then we go over that, or we set it for, let's say, entertainment, and we spend it on something else, or something else comes up.
Okay, so
and-
let's take the food category. This is an easy one to grapple with. So you have the food. What's your food budget every month that you set?
I don't know what to set it as. That's the problem, too, is I have trouble knowing what to set it at.
How many months have you been doing this?
We've been on and off trying to set a budget for 3 years, probably. Like, it's just never.
So what's
seemed to
the,
work for
if you look back at how much you spent last month or the month before, give me an average. Are you spending $500 and you're setting it for $250?
Well, we probably it kind of fluctuates. So let's say we spend $400 or $800 on food, eating out, and groceries, and all of that stuff.
Are you
So-
guys trying to get out of debt? What's the goal here with doing the budget?
Yeah, we have insane amounts of debt.
So why are we eating out? That's part of the problem.
We are too lazy to cook at home.
Bada bing, bada boom. We're getting to
So-
some answers now.
Yeah, this is not a
Yeah.
budgeting issue. This is a
It's a
focus.
lifestyle issue for sure. We have trouble.
Yeah, you're not
staying
focused.
focused.
Do you
You're
guys
not-
really
yeah.
want to get out of debt? Or is it just kind of an ish? Is it just like, it'd be nice?
No, it's weighing on us.
So when you get in that car and you go out to eat, do you feel like a shame and guilt afterwards where you're like, man, gosh, we
Yeah.
just blew $60. We could have ate at home, but our brains are foggy from work. We didn't want to cook. That's normal, right?
That's how I feel after I order extra fries.
Been there. And so we've got to adjust our behavior and create the right habits when it comes to budgeting. So let's say you set it for $200 and we're not eating out. That's our grocery budget for the week. Now we go, all right, we got to stick to that.
we have to track what we're actually spending. And so are you tracking each transaction in the budget, or is it just kind of you set it, you go over it at the end of the month, you have some shame, and then you repeat the process?
Yep, the latter.
Well, know that you are not alone, and budgeting's hard. It's kind of fun when you make it and it looks great on paper, and then having to stick to it is very difficult. And
I'm gonna jump in here, George. Budgeting is not hard. It's behaving within the budget is what's so hard.
Yeah, we can all make the Excel spreadsheet, but then not eating out after a long week, that's the difficult part.
It's the sacrifice.
And so this is going to take some forward planning. It's going to take sacrifice because right now you have a pile of debt. How much debt do you have?
Not including our house, with student loans and other consumer debt, like $214,000.
$214,000?
Yep.
What's the bigger debts in there?
We've got 2 car payments and an RV, and then we've got like $11,000 in credit card debt.
What's your household income?
About $120,000.
What's the RV worth?
About $26,000.
What do you owe on it?
$23,000, I believe.
What about the car loans? What's the car's worth, and what do you owe on them?
We owe $25,000 and $19,000, and they're both worth about just that. Like, I think I might be upside down in mine.
All right, first things first, we're going to sell the RV today. That's a depreciating asset, and at least we hope you're not upside down in that one.
No, we're not upside down.
We'll get rid of it.
How much money do you guys have in the bank?
We've got about probably $2,000.
Okay. If I'm you guys, I'm saving up for a cash car, a beater to get around, 2 of them, and I'm selling this whole kit and caboodle.
Everything.
You make 120, you have almost double that in just consumer debt.
Yeah.
No wonder you guys are eating out. You're stressed out to your eyeballs. You can't even think straight.
Yeah.
But George, I want them to. I agree with your advice, but I want her to sell the RV today. Let's get some momentum.
Yes.
Because that one we got to save up some money and replace the cars. You don't have to do jack squat to sell the RV, and then you come away with $3,000 that George will tell you what to do with the $3,000.
What are your payments add up to, servicing all of that consumer debt each month?
Oh God, it's like 2, 4, 6, 8. It's probably like $1,200 or more.
So $1,200 to keep up with the payments. What's your take-home pay?
It varies. I'm self-employed, and then my husband's a firefighter, so it depends on if he works overtime or not.
What are you doing for work?
$1,200. It could be $2,000. I'm a photographer.
Okay, so can you step up your photography game for a year after we sell this RV?
Oh. I mean, I'm always trying to level up and step up on that. So.
Can we charge more? Can we do some specials?
I charge, like, premium.
How about do something else? In between trying to grow the photography business, let's go and make some money. The great news about this is solvable. Getting rid of the cars and the RV is the game changer.
Have you cut up the credit cards yet and closed the accounts?
No, I thought I got stuck in that you have to have your credit score. So I left them all open.
For what?
Until I didn't know that you didn't really need a credit score until I listened to the episode the other day. So
okay. Well, then today we can cut up those cards. They're not a blessing in your life. They're not a crutch. They're not for emergencies. They are keeping you broke.
Right.
So my goal for you, we sell the RV, we get the income up, we stick to the budget, and the way we do that is by actually caring about the end result of doing the budget, which is to get out of this mess. And so at every turn, every time a transaction comes out of your bank, you've got to ask yourself, is this worth continuing to be in debt, stressed out, not where we want to be, not where we should be? You guys make 6 figures, and it all goes out to lenders every month. And so you've got to really find that why, channel it, and then that'll help you go, all right, we're going to start meal planning. We're not going out to eat. We're cutting every subscription. No more travel for the year. We are going to batten down the hatches and get out of debt once and for all. And if you start doing this stuff, and you might need to sell the cars once you have enough cash to get the beaters, that's going to help you climb out of this pile and see the light at the end of the tunnel. So hang on the line. I'm going to send you EveryDollar Premium, which will connect to your bank. There's a paycheck planning tool. It will help you finally get control of your money. So hang on the line. Austin will gift that to you to help you on the journey. Thanks for the call. Regina is up next in San Antonio. Regina, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks so much for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So here's my quick question. Well, I'll be quick. And here's my question. What do you do when you can't pay the minimums? That's the bottom line question. My 4 walls are up and everything else is done, but I just can't get to all of the debts with the minimums. Do I just let them keep calling and just keep answering them until I'll get to them when I can? Do I try to negotiate the minimums? What do I do?
Well, number one, you're doing a great step in just proactively communicating with them and letting them know, hey, here's where I'm at. Here's the bills. Here's the order I'm paying them in. Here's how much I can give you this month. And if you do that, it's better than you ignoring the calls and it going to collections and have people coming after you. I want you calling them more than they call you.
Okay.
So what are these payments? How many do you have?
There are several of them. They total up to $555,778.
$555,000?
Mm-hmm.
Is this all personal debt?
Personal, pretty much personal debt.
Does that include your mortgage?
No, that does not include our mortgage. And there's some land in there. There's credit cards.
What are the big chunks?
How did you
That's
get
$500,000
into debt, Regina? What happened?
Just a whole lot of a little bit of everything. You stop paying attention, and you just kind of keep going. You make good money, and you think that you're invincible. And one day you turn around, and that's where you are.
What's your household income?
200.
Okay, and is it just you? Is there a spouse?
Yeah, I have a spouse.
Okay. And how much of this is kind of the consumer debt? Outside of the land, what kind of debt are we talking?
We're still at 4 because the land is only 100.
Okay. So what's the rest of the 4? I'm confused here. Is it student loans, credit cards, car payments?
Student loans, credit cards.
Medical bills, personal
debt.
Loans?
Yep. Medical bills, personal loans. Yep.
I'm running out of things to even throw out there, Regina.
I mean, if you have them, and that's really all, but there's just a lot of
What's the big
and
ones? Like how much credit card debt are we talking?
The credit card debt is $50,000. Personal, the consumer loans are probably the biggest ones. Those are in the 150 range.
What was that for?
What did you buy?
Just a whole lot of stuff.
Like stuff for the house? What are we talking? I don't even like if you gave me $500,000, I don't know that I'd have enough ideas to spend it like that. So I'm just I have a dark curiosity at this point.
Yeah, stuff for the house, just a lot of stupid stuff.
Okay. So is your husband on the same page that you guys are going to get intense about this and go scorched earth and live like broke people because you are broke people?
No.
He's not on the same page. What does he want to do?
No. File for bankruptcy.
And he's just resigned to go, let's just keep going into debt. It's fine. When we have to go bankrupt, we'll go bankrupt and start over.
Yep.
Oh, Regina.
Regina, don't do that.
I'm not. Definitely.
Well,
So
we
that's
need
why I'm
both
asking.
parties involved to be on the same page because you can't do this alone.
What do y'all do for a living?
I'm in banking and he's in IT.
So you know what declaring bankruptcy does to marriages, what it does to individuals, like you know.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I mean, your lives are going to be a living hell for the next decade if you do this.
They're not going to be because we're not filing. That's not gonna
Good.
happen.
All right.
I'll tell you what you can do. You're going to sell everything that you can sell. Meaning
everything!
The land is getting sold.
Bye,
the
Felicia.
cars are getting sold.
Bye, Felicia.
The crap that you bought with the credit cards is getting sold.
Goodbye. All of it. All of it.
We're working on it.
So if you sold everything you can sell, what would that add up to out of the 555?
If we sold everything that we could, then we're probably say about, let's see, the land is one.
Cars, sell them. You're Camry people for
These
a while.
are nice cars, I imagine.
Yeah, no, we don't.
What's your house worth?
Our house is worth $580.
And what do you owe on that?
4.
Okay. So if we downsized, we could clear 180 and get something smaller, right? or even rent for a while.
Rent
if we had
for a
to.
while.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we're trying to, and I know you know this, but I just want to say it clear. Y'all are in a desperate situation. Y'all make a lot of money, which is good. Y'all make a couple $100,000 a year. It's great. But y'all are broke, and you're one illness away, you're one layoff away from this whole house of cards coming down on you. And I know you know that, right? You feel it.
Yep, absolutely.
So have you sat down with your husband and said, honey, I can't breathe. I'm scared to death. And I'm not going to be I'm not going to file bankruptcy because it's not integrous. We have the money. We're just choosing to not live this life. Because here's the deal. Y'all are going to file bankruptcy and y'all are going to run this thing right back up. Because y'all have not changed the core issue, which is y'all don't have a plan, y'all aren't together on the same page, and y'all don't have the discipline that getting out of this thing together is going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have kids?
They're old. We're in empty nesters.
Okay. How old are you two?
In our 50s.
And when do you plan on retiring?
Well, at this rate,
Never, yeah.
Never.
Well, here's the deal. I have a lot of hope that this situation can turn around, and it can actually turn around pretty quickly because you guys have a huge shovel. Because if you sell the house, you're going to get 180 there. If you sell everything else, you could probably clear another 200, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's already 380 out of the 555. And now making 200, we're throwing 100 at the debt because we're living on nothing. And all of a sudden, we're debt-free in a couple of years.
Right.
So bankruptcy doesn't make sense when it's that clear of a path. But he has to get on the same page, and I can give you a tool to help you get there. I can't force him, and that tool is going to be Financial Peace University. So I'm going to gift that to you. Do you think he'd go through that with you? All 9 lessons, getting on a budget.
I've already tried. I used to teach it 10 years ago.
Why doesn't he want to do it?
No, he doesn't.
Why?
He thinks there's nothing new to learn.
Is he not looking at in the mirror or at the bank statement? What do you...
Yeah.
Hey, listen, he's not on the phone, so we can't. There's no sense in going after him. What I would tell you is, for the first time in a long time in your marriage, I would let him know how terrified you are. And let him know, I'm not interested in signing off on bankruptcy papers. We make enough money. We can be debt-free in a couple of years. We got to change our life.
You guys are going to need counseling if he's not willing to do this because there's a lot deeper issues. I'm still going to gift you Financial Peace University because I have hope for you guys. But, man, this is a big situation. Yeah. And counseling is a lot cheaper than divorce. I'll tell you that much. So I really, really hope this all works out. Please call us back if you need any help. We are here for you, Regina.
Sal writes, I've pretty much dug a hole for myself with so much debt, which I'm barely able to keep up on the payments. I went over my limits on several credit cards and have a few loans, and I'm very close to hitting $90,000 in debts. I want to know if it's okay to temporarily stop paying for some of the big payments and focus on the smaller payments first, and then focus on the bigger payments. I'm just unable to make all the payments and be able to pay for other necessary things like rent, utility, and transportation. For the past couple of months, I've actively tried to sell more of my belongings, which I really don't need. I've also taken on a couple of weekend jobs, but I'm still struggling to keep up. Please advise on my best option to getting back on track before I try the baby steps.
Man, this is...
It's a mess.
I'm so grateful for this question, Sal, because, on this show, John, we yell at folks all the time. Look at how you're spending your money. You're not doing it right. All this stuff. But this is real deal right here because this is somebody who they're doing the best they can. They made some mistakes and, they're just trying to make ends meet. So
and let's be real honest. There does come a moment when you've dug yourself quite a hole and you can work 2 or 3 jobs and you're making a dent in that hole.
Man, you're preaching to the choir.
It just is, right? And so it's easy for us to be like, you just need to get out there and get another job and a third job. Sometimes you dug yourself a hole and it's a mess.
Look, when you read Sal's question, I relate directly to that. And I hope that Sal and anybody else listening knows. Man, back in, Sam, what was it? Back in 2012, 2011, we were in exactly Sal's situation. So much debt, so many payments. We literally couldn't pay them all. We had to stop with some of them and just tell the others to take a hike. Be like, hey, you're just going to have to call my phone. And that's what I refer to that. I know people call baby step 0 different things. For us, baby step 0 was simply quit creating more debt. Like if you can just stop, like not drown and not make the water any deeper, that is successful. And that was, almost 2 years of the first part of our journey was just trying to get enough footing to where we could just pay all of our bills. So I understand what that means. And when you're in that situation, you've got to focus on that 4 walls. You've got to focus on, hey, I got to keep the rent going. Like I can't default on my rent. I can't get evicted. That's number one. You got to eat. You got to make sure that there's food coming in. You're eating. You got to keep the lights on, utilities. That's next. And you got to get transportation. It doesn't have to be expensive transportation. I don't care if you're taking the bus. You got to make sure there's money for gas, bus ticket, Uber, ride, whatever it is that you need to do to get by. And if you're able to do that, you can breathe at night.
And can we just... This isn't to celebrate us. This is to just provide a picture of what this looks like.
Man.
I have rented an upstairs bedroom in my friend's mom's house before. I have driven a $3,500 truck to my Dean of Students job.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've driven my wife's old used Corolla that she sold and I bought back at a lesser, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just, and I know you guys, I mean, you and Sam, jeez, man, y'all went through it, right?
I remember on a Friday, having no money in the account, I would go to the grocery store because we needed food. I'd write a bad check on a Friday, knowing that check can't clear on Saturday, Sunday. That gave me 2 days. It gave Sam and I 2 days. I'd teach lessons. I'd do anything I could to get money in the account before Monday so it wouldn't overdraw.
Right.
Sometimes we did it. Sometimes we couldn't get it.
Because I had to eat today, right?
Gotta eat. You gotta eat.
That's right.
And it was like I knew to do that because I'm like, okay, they can't charge this check over the weekend. This is my chance. So I get it. If you're out there and you're struggling, I see that. When I'm out here going on a rail and yelling at folks, I'm not talking to you. I know that you're scratching, you're clawing, you're doing whatever you need to do to get by. The folks I'm yelling at is the people who can pay their bills, who are sitting on their hands while the government is holding your student loans off and you're waiting for that single person to pay that bill for you. You're the one that needs to get off your butt and do some work.
Mitch is in Atlanta. Mitch, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Oh, man, this is incredible. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, happy to do it.
Thanks for calling.
Wow. Here's where I am. In 2008, I'm a full-time realtor. I've been a realtor for 25 years. And 2008-9, when the market changed, I lost everything. So I did foreclosure. A year and a half later, I bought a house of $40,000. And my parents are renovators, so they came down and renovated the house. So the house is, I have no debt. You know, pay the house off. It's probably worth about $300,000 now, and I have no debt. You know, I do a debit card. I got $6,000 in checking. I've got $23,000 in savings. I have a lot of free time. I'm still work full time as a realtor, but I have a lot of free time, and I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I can score anymore. You know, no debt, zero. And I don't spend on anything. I don't buy anything. I just don't know what to do at this point. If my parents, if they pass away, which would be the worst day of my life, they have about 13 houses. So me and my brother, my sister will be looking pretty good with money.
When you say you don't know what to do you mean do with your day because you're just not interested in selling houses anymore? Is that what you're saying?
No, I do. I want to have a retirement, and I just don't know how to do it. I mean, you know, I've got the 6%. I've got money in the bank, but I need retirement, and I don't know how to do that.
It sounds like the real estate properties would become part of your portfolio to cash flow some retirement, correct?
Yes.
But for now, let's say your parents live much longer. What would you do if you retired tomorrow? Where would your income come from?
Well, I do cars as a hobby.
Have you been investing at all into the market?
No, that's the problem. I don't know where to invest and what to do. I have zero clue about what to do from here.
So you have no 401k, no retirement accounts at all?
No IRAs?
No.
Okay.
No.
That would be a good first step. How old are you?
I'm 59. I guess I'm at step 7 of your baby steps.
How much cash
No
you
debt.
have in the bank?
I got $22,000 in savings and $6,000 in checking.
That would be basically your emergency fund and spending money, maybe a little bit more. So we still need to figure out retirement income.
What are you making per year on average?
Between 50 and 60,000.
So you're not selling a ton of homes.
No, I'm not doing a lot. Market's crazy; it's up and down. But no, I'm not doing a ton of business.
Well,
I tell you what,
not.
this is complex. So, George, let's hold Mitch over because I think there are a lot of people that are in his shoes. Mitch, George's going to walk you through step by step what you need to do.
So you said your parents have a bunch of property. They have about 13 properties that you would inherit solely?
It'd be me, my brother, my sister. So we're probably looking about maybe 600,000 each, probably.
Worth of property.
At least.
Do you think they would want to sell it, or do they want to keep it and use the cash flow as income?
They've been talking about selling. They've sold one. They bought another one. They just buy and sell. And I don't know. You know, they're 80 and 83 years old, and they just don't want to stop working. They're both really in really good shape. They live close to Nashville too, so that's close to my hometown.
Cool.
But I just don't.
So
know
let's
what
find a
to do
plan for
now.
Mitch, aside from whatever happens later down the line. I want to make sure that you know what to do in the next 5, 10, 15 years.
Yes. Yeah.
So on one side, financially, we've got to get you investing. You're at a great place to do it because you have no debt, including a mortgage payment. And so there's a lot of options for real estate agents. Number one, you can look into IRAs. Roth IRA is going to be a great option for you. And you can look into, are you self-employed, no employees?
Self-employed.
Okay.
Yes.
You can also look into a SEP IRA, which is for self-employed folks that have no employees, and you can contribute up to 25% of your income, which is incredible comparatively to a lot of other investing options.
Okay.
So those are two options right off the bat that I can think of. Solo 401ks are also an option. I would connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com who can walk you through all of the options for your specific situation.
Do I look pretty good on paper with my age and no debt? I mean,
yes.
Where do I stand?
Well,
I don't
you
know.
need more income.
As far as retiring tomorrow, you'd have nothing to live off of. And so that's the only concern. You're in a great spot financially compared to the rest of America. And so the goal right now is to get you a little nest egg to create some cash flow so that when you want to retire 10 years from now and not have to work, you're able to do that.
So a second job is what I need to do, I think.
Well, I'm going to push you on that. I
You're
don't know if
pushing
you
on that,
need
yeah.
a second job. I think you need either to do better in your job or get a better job. And I'm not in any way criticizing you, but I lived in the Atlanta area for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
And a real estate agent who's only making $50,000 a year in the Atlanta area either doesn't want to make much more than that or doesn't really like it, and there's something that's kind of holding you back from really getting after it.
How many homes did you
just
sell
nailed it.
in 2022?
Well, hold on a second. I want to get that answer there. So I just nailed it. What did I nail?
Because I've done it for 25 years, and people are just not the same as they used to be, and dealing with the public, people are just mean. They're just mean people out there, and I'm just having a hard time dealing with people's attitudes and everything else.
Okay, so
And,
that's what's keeping you from getting after it. There's not much to encourage you to get out there and kill something and drag it home.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, so that's because you're not really wired for this. I don't know that people are any more rude or than they were 20 years ago. It's a tough business to get out there and put yourself out there because it's got a lot of rejection associated with it if you don't get people listing with you or people buying from you. And I think you're in the wrong business.
Cars are my passion. Real estate used to be my passion.
What do you need when you say cars are your passion? What do you mean? Flipping them, renovating them, mechanics? What are we talking about?
I have a car channel on YouTube, and I just love finding cars and saving them from being crushed or whatever.
What do you do with them when you save them?
Well, I've helped people. I found how people will call me, and I have tried to find cars for people, and I've done that a lot lately, but I don't make any really money off that, but I just like finding these
Okay.
especially Jaguars and Trans Ams. I just love these cars, and I want to save as much as I can. And me saving a car.
All right. So while I love
everything
that, we're beginning to see something that fires you up. Okay. So you love restoration, renovation, that there's something there. So you need to get into that type of business. You've got to be making money. And real estate's, I mean, again, you can get over this and kind of bite the bullet and start getting more active. And I would recommend that for the next however many months it's going to take for you to get clear on what it is you really want to do and what you may have to do to get qualified to do it. But if you just started like flipping cars and getting serious about it, you may have to sell a house or two and take some of that commission and put it towards, now I'm going to go buy a car. I'm going to buy a car for $5,000 or $6,000. That with about $3,000 to $6,000 of work, I can sell it for $20,000. All right.
The profit you just said exactly what I'm wanting to do.
Then do it. Do it. Because here's the deal. You should be highly motivated right now because you're not making enough money. Mitch, you should be making 6 figures or more. But to get you to 6 figures is all about getting serious. And I think you've got a highly motivated cause right now, which is I need to get busy funding my retirement. I've done some good things. I've lived on less than I make. I have no debt. That's all great. But now it's about income. You need to do something that makes your heart swell, brother.
I appreciate. You're right.
What's going on?
You're right.
Where's this emotion coming from? What's going on?
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of getting out there and doing the best I can, but I keep getting, it don't seem to be working out.
It's not working
anymore.
out. It's not working out because it's actually not your best, and it's not because you're lazy. It's because you got yourself into a role that's just not a good fit for you. It's why I teach. We are on purpose, Mitch. We are doing what we were born to do when we use what we do best, that's talent, to do something we love, that's passion, to produce results that matter to us, and you've never had that. So your soul...
I used to be on fire. I used to be.
When was it?
Not now.
What were you doing when you were on fire?
I was really loving what I did. The thing I love to do is find homes for people that needed a home. I love being a part of their new adventure and their new life.
Well, something changed, so we don't need to recycle what we've talked about so far, but you can regather that. Maybe you should start looking for the people that really need the extra help, people that are looking for a house that they don't know where to find it. Maybe it's lower income, or but you need to get some juice, man. And you need to think about the cars and all of that, but start doing something that you love, that you look forward to when you get out of bed, not something you're worried about dealing with. And that's what's going on. That's why you're exhausted to the point of emotional.
You're nailing it right on the head. Everything you're saying is exactly what I thought. Actually, I knew it. I just need to hear it.
You needed a push. You needed a push. There is work that you were put on this planet to do, and there are people on the other side of that work, Mitch. You need to reconnect with your heart and work that fires you up because you look forward to it, you enjoy it, and it produces a result that gives you satisfaction and significance. George,
I love this.
There's he's literally emotionally drained because it's been so long.
He thinks it's too late.
But it's been so long since he got up and finished a day of work where he felt good about himself. That's a heavy weight.
Absolutely. Hey, Mitch, I want to send you Ken's book, From Paycheck to Purpose, as well as his Get Clear Career Assessment. I think those two resources are going to help you step into this next chapter of your life. Call it an encore career, but you're not done, Mitch. You've got a lot of contribution to make in this world, and I'm excited to see you step into that with no debt. What a great place to start. Thank you for the call, brother. This is The Ramsey Show.
Tanis is with us in Canada. Hi, Tanis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, so I am kind of on baby step number 1. I've been also, I thought I was on 2, but it turns out I'm back on 1. So I had some money put away, and my savings were okay. And so I made a lump sum payment on my student loans, which was great. But now, after a couple things happened. Now I'm kind of back at square one, but I just feel like every paycheck I'm reaching more into my emergency fund because it's like I'm always behind. In each paycheck, I'm catching up from something I missed the previous 2 weeks, and I can't get ahead.
What's causing you to be in the hole right now? Which expenses is it?
My student loan payments are like killer.
So what's your income?
It kind of varies. So I'm on salary for the first time in my life too, which is very different for me. So like salary is $3,000 a month, and then I might make another like $1,000 with just like the extra work that I've been doing. But that varies again, so it just depends on kind of what's available.
And then what's your minimum payments on all of your debts?
My minimum payments for my student loans is $650 a month. And then I have a $200 car insurance payment. My rent is $800. And then I'm trying to think, I have like tenant insurance. That's only like $50 a month, but it like the small things are really adding up to.
Well, the student loans alone are not draining you.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I just turned 25.
Okay. All right. And good. All right. Well, here's the thing. It sounds like A, you just started this process, and B, it sounds like when you write down your budget that it's more like a wish or a suggestion.
Well, yeah. So what I did is I went through all my statements from the last like 3 or 4 months, and I went through everything that I can't change right now, like my student loan payments, my gas, like that kind of stuff. And I wrote that all down as mandatory payments, and then everything else I broke up into are they needs or are they wants. And so like even when I do that on paper, it's like I only have like $200 to $300 in between each paycheck, and then something comes up, if that makes sense. Because I know it takes time.
Yeah, you're doing the budget wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Because you shouldn't have any money left on your budget. You should have it all. Every dollar should have a name before the month begins. So I want you to pan back and say, I got $3,000. And if you don't have $3,000, you need to get $3,000. In other words, if that $1,000 gig doesn't kick in, then you got to work an extra job and make sure you at least have $3,000. All right. Now, then I want you to write down your mandatories. You got the 800, you got the 200, you got the different mandatories, like you said, that are in there. I want you to give all of those dollars a name on that budget and decide which paycheck each one's coming out of. Yeah. Before the month begins, I want you to completely plan out how you're going to pay your bills. And that includes if you have money that is a want that's left over, then you're going to plug it in as a want. If you have money that's a need, a mandatory, you're going to plug it in as that. But if you have $3,000 come in and you have planned to spend $3,000 exactly, and you spend it exactly as you had planned, you're not going to have a crisis. Agreed?
Yeah.
But what's happening is that some friend calls and goes, let's go out for drinks.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then I just see leftover money and think it's spendable income.
Yeah, because it's left over. And instead, if you said, I have this much allocated for social, for happy hour, I got $50 allocated for happy hour, and you did that last week, then the friend calls, you got to say no. But you don't have anything that gives you a no button. All you've got is yes buttons. And your yes buttons are blowing up the whole thing.
But I feel like I'm saying no to everything. Like I feel
you're
like
not.
That's why I feel
you're not. You're
so
just whining.
desperate.
You're not. You're just whining. You're just whining.
That's probably fair, yeah.
Yeah, you're not saying no to enough. That's why you're in crisis.
Right.
Are you working extra on top of your full-time job?
Yeah, like I work like 10 to 12-hour days, depending on the day.
Okay.
But for the same salary? I'm saying, do you have extra jobs? Side hustles?
Yeah. So my salary, I like teach group fitness classes on top of my salary job, and so
what do they
pick up
pay?
as many classes as I can.
What's that pay?
Up to $55 an hour. So
oh, that's good.
It just depends on how many people show up, and it takes time for people to come to your classes more. And I have been getting more. So
you get $55 an hour.
Yeah, if the class is full right now, I'm averaging 45.
Okay. That's pretty
It
good.
just depends how many classes are available. Yeah, so
Because
it's
you're not
really good
making that.
extra
You're not
income with
making that at your day job.
No, that's like I don't know if I should quit my day job.
No,
and just,
no,
like,
no.
do
You need
that
the money
instead,
right
or-
now. We don't need to quit anything. We need to do more. But it sounds to me
Yeah.
like what I would do is try to do 40 hours worth of fitness work.
Right.
You'll be tired, but you'll be fit,
Yeah.
and you won't have been going out drinking. You will have been getting fit and making $45 an hour, and you would have cleaned up this mess.
Right.
What's your total debt?
$60,000 in student loans purely. I don't have any
Yeah.
credit cards, and I don't have a car payments or anything.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay, we're going to ship you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover, and show you exactly how to do this. What I have figured out is the madder I get about my situation, the more extreme I get about fixing my situation. And you're just beginning to get angry. But I just want to turn your anger up a little bit. That's kind of why I was poking at you a little bit. I want to get you mad. Even if you're mad at me, that's okay. Because I'll just be your coach. I'll be your friend that loves you enough to take the blows, okay? So I want you to go win, girl. And you're smart. We're talking to you for a few minutes. You're not dumb. You haven't got any problem. But your issue is focus. And this extreme focus that comes from an extreme sacrifice that comes from a healthy level of anger is really what the recipe is. It is a bit like fitness stuff. You tell people to do stuff. There's ones that kind of care and kind of don't care. But the ones that have to lose weight or the doctor says they're going to die, they figure out a way to lose the weight. The ones that go, my pants are just tight. They don't lose weight. That's not enough. Vanity is not enough to get you to do it.
Need a bigger why.
You got to get fired up about whatever it is, whatever behavior you're doing that changes everything. And you're getting there, but you're just starting this journey. I've got real hope for you. I think a month from now, you're going to be a beast.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was getting out of debt, Dave, when I started here and I was doing Uber. I had the Nielsen People Meter to make another $20 a month. I was eating lean cuisines, waiting for them to go 5 for $10 on sale.
Ooh, that's gross.
But it was worth it. And I will never eat a lean cuisine again, Dave.
Amen. Amen. You got to have something you'd never eat again because you had to eat it when you were broke. Broke people food.
Find that food.
Yeah, ramen noodles, tuna fish for me. I hate tuna fish. Yeah, hang on. We'll send you a copy of that book, kiddo. You call us anytime we can help.
Let's go out to Terrence in Cleveland, Ohio. What's up, Terrence?
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
I've been better. Hanging in there.
Oh, man. What's up?
So I'm currently faced with the idea of filing bankruptcy. I currently have about $70,000 in debt. I make about $20,000 a year. I've been working for about a year now. I was in a nursing home for a year before that. And as of now, I just had a recent bad incident. My car was stolen back in August. And with the repairs, I've defaulted on my car note. I actually got 2 months deferred already. And now I have to pay a large deductible to get it from the mechanic, and I'm still, faced with the car payments, which is more than half of my monthly income right now. And I've been considering filing Chapter 7 to remove a lot of my debts and try to start over, because it's to the point where I'm not able to save anything at the end of the month.
Yeah. Terrence, can I ask you, what are you doing for a job right now?
I'm a custodian.
Okay. And did I hear you right? You're making about $20,000?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said did I hear you say you were in a nursing home?
I was, yes.
Okay. Do you have any physical limitations right now that would keep you from doing any other type of work than being a custodian?
Well, I have heart disease, minor neurological deficiencies. Like, my endurance is very low.
Okay.
So I have to expend my energy twice as much to do normal functions.
Is the custodial job, I don't want to assume, but is it a physical job, obviously on your feet a lot and doing a lot of physical labor?
I mean, yeah, but I work at my own pace. I got employed through this organization called Vocational Guidance, and it's pretty much geared towards disabled persons like myself.
Okay. Another couple quick questions here. How much how much do you owe to get that car from the mechanic? What would be the fee you got to pay to get it back?
$1,000.
$1,000. And what would you say the car is worth versus what you owe on it?
It's worth about 20, and I owe 35.
I'm sorry, you broke up. You owe what?
I owe 35,000, and the car is only worth about 20,000.
Okay, all right. The reason I went that direction, John, and Terrence, the reason I'm asking you about what you're doing and what your physical limitations are, is because even though you have limitations, and I know you went through an organization that's trying to help you out, man, I'm willing to stake my entire name and reputation on the fact that you should be making, and you can be making, way more than $20,000, which would help us in this financial situation. To come up with $1,000 to get the car, then we could sell the car, get a smaller loan. It's the only time we recommend loans, maybe from a credit union, and to pay off the rest of the loan and then start fresh. But one of the things we've got to do is get you into a place where you can make more income but not have all the physical exertion, because you do have some physical limitations. And I want to try to help you on that. We may not be able to solve it all on this call, but I at least want to put that out to you so that you have a mindset that you don't have to look at Chapter 7 to get out of this mess. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I know you feel like that's the only option you have left. How does that hit you? How do you push back if there's some pushback, something that John and I don't know?
It's been very depressing, dealing with it all, and I never even considered filing bankruptcy ever in my life.
Sure.
So, Terrence, filing for bankruptcy, if we look at the data, has a lot of external consequences besides money, and you're feeling it right now. Right? It feels like it's going to be this big freedom and this big release, and there is a release to it, but man, what it does to your psyche, what it does to your ability to navigate certain things moving forward, it's just such a burden. It's very similar to divorce. I'll never recommend somebody get divorced. That's a decision someone's got to make on their own, and I don't ever recommend that somebody file for bankruptcy, simply because I know the downstream consequences are so heavy. Sometimes it's your only option. Dave's talked about it. He did it. And he is probably one of the last in lines to say, hey, he went and developed a plan so that nobody ever has to go through that, right? I've spent my career up until I joined Ramsey Solutions working with people with learning exceptionalities and with special needs. Does this agency place you in a place where they said this is all you can do? Because right now, when I look at the wages, even at minimum wage places, are paying double minimum wage in certain places. They're paying a lot more than $20,000 a year to work fast food right now, or to drive Uber. And I'm trying to think of a couple of places that you could work and then get another job driving around where you could just listen to music or listen to podcasts or talk on the phone. And if you have those days where you're just worn out, you can stay at home. You don't have to work that shift if it's Uber or if it's Uber Eats or if it's one of those, Lyft or anything like that. My question for you is this. Instead of just saying all I'm ever going to do is be able to do $20,000 a year, do you have a mentor or a friend or someone who will walk alongside you that's outside of the agency that you trust, that you said, hey, I got to make more money and I need your help looking at jobs, applying for jobs, going to interview with jobs? Would you be willing to walk alongside? Is there somebody else that would help you with that, or is the agency all you got?
Not at the moment. They're literally all I have right now. I haven't even considered, trying to find other people of that caliber to talk to.
Okay.
Well, Terrence, I want to challenge you on something, because John and I know you can get out of this.
I know you can.
And we want you to borrow our belief. If you just got John and I today, I'm telling you, Terrence, yes, you have the physical limitations, but John is right. We're talking Walmart and Target, late shift,
McDonald's,
something like that. You can make as much as $18, $20, $22 an hour. Not only that, Kroger just announced. I don't know if you got, but I'm giving you ideas to where you go, wait a second, the world is much bigger than this agency just placing me somewhere where they have a relationship. Because more money changes your life dramatically. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
I mean, I want you just for a second to imagine making $20 an hour. How would that change your life?
I wouldn't worry so much.
Come on, man. You'd be able to get that car out of the mechanic pretty quick. And John's right. I mean, that what people are paying. Listen, and can I tell you this? I want to paint a bigger picture. Walmart, Target, just two big companies. They are also giving tuition reimbursement to where not only you work and make more money, you could take the next chapter in your life and get qualified for something and they're going to reimburse you. So you got to know there are more possibilities for you, and you can get the car out of the mechanic and you can pay the debt off. You can walk through this, and we're going to walk through this with you. Let's give you Financial Peace University. We're going to gift you a full year of that, and I want to give you the book, Dave's book. He sold 6 million copies, something like that, and counting. Total Money Makeover. If I give that to you, will you promise to read it?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe, Terrence, that you can come out of this?
I mean, yeah.
Let me take one step.
Believe in myself.
Let me take one step below what Ken's saying. You've been told you're less than, haven't you?
I have ever since I got sick and suffered a traumatic brain injury and all of that stuff. Yeah,
that's right. You've been told.
Has been very shocked.
You've been told you're broken. You've been told you're less than. You've been told you go over there. And Ken and I are both calling bullcrap on that. We believe in you more than you do. And I want you to believe in yourself as much as Ken and I do. Stay on the line. We're going to get you these tools in hand. And, man, trust us. There is light on the other side of this thing. Yeah. We're
Terrence,
so proud of you, brother.
Somebody needs you to show up and be the best version of Terrence that the world has ever seen. That's where we want you to get to.
Heidi is with us in Atlanta. Hey, Heidi, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Thank you for having me and talking to me today. How are you?
Sure. What's up?
I'm in a little bit of a predicament. I'm coming to the realization that I'm having to possibly make some decisions that are not only finance related.
I'm having trouble understanding you. Can you speak directly into your phone, please? It sounds muffled.
Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. A little better. Go ahead and try again.
Talk bold.
Okay.
Talk bold.
Yeah.
It's just you and me and Dave and like 10 million other people. It's good.
Yeah, exactly. I can't speak too loudly because my husband's downstairs and I don't want to be interrupted by him. So I'm in a situation where my husband's not wanting to work on our finances together. This last 2.5 years, he has not been contributing towards our joint account at all. Money is completely separated, and recently he informed me that if I want my financial situation to change, I have to do something about it. Because I've suggested to him, I've been listening to you for the last month or so here and talking about how if we're going to get out of debt, we need to work on it together. I sent him different shows that you've released, and in order for him to listen to it, he's just not on board with it.
Why?
I'm sorry?
Why does he not want to combine your finances?
He says that he's got a plan in place that works for him, and
it does not include you.
Yeah.
So how long has he been having an affair?
Yeah.
Our finances basically have been always separated.
That wasn't what I asked.
I don't know of any particular situation where he is having an affair.
Are you safe?
Yeah, in my home, I'm okay. I just can't speak loudly.
Okay.
You can't what?
Can't speak loudly. So you just called two guys, listening to how you are having to speak in your own home out of fear of a man who calls himself your husband. And I need you to hear from me, who's also a husband, sitting next to another guy who's a husband, that safety can come in the form of physical safety, and it can also come in the form of psychological safety where you don't feel welcome in your own house. And Dave's question about, is he having an affair? I need you to hear the behavior. Hear what your husband's trying to tell you through his behavior. That is, you are not a priority. Right. His priorities are somewhere else. And he is disinterested in a relationship with you.
Correct.
Right? And that's heartbreaking, and I'm saying it real direct, and I know that's hard. But you are not safe at all. You know that, right? I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that. And this is part of the last 4 months has been very revealing.
There you go. And so Dave's question about an affair, that'd be my first question too. Something has changed in this marriage. It was already separate, and we already would have poked at you for having different accounts. Something else has changed. Either he's about to leave, or he already has left, or something has shifted, or he's in trouble, he's got an addiction issue. Something else has shifted.
He's in love with something else.
Right. His phone, politics. There's a lot of different things that are distracting him, but we are all in the same house together ever since COVID, including the kids.
How many children do you have?
2 girls.
And what is your income?
Well, right now it's not where it could be. It's about $40,000.
What could it be?
If I went back to my former career that I left to try to do this RV life with him, I could be making upwards of 90 on my own.
So
maybe what?
She could be making upwards of 90 on her own.
Oh, 90. Yeah. I didn't hear the 90. Okay, I'm sorry. And how old are your children?
13 and 9.
Okay. Can I ask you a real hard question?
Yes.
Is this the picture of love that you want to communicate to them?
No, it's not. And I've been, wrestling with this, like I said, for the last 4 months. And after speaking to some of my friends and coming to the realization that, not only is it financial abuse, it's my mental health, it's my children's mental health.
There you go. Yep.
It's all of it. This is not the person my parents raised. My dad, I bought this house on my own, single. I was completely debt-free when I got married, and that has changed.
Okay,
and I want to get back to who I was before.
There you go.
So here's what you're going to have to do. Your friends aren't who walk through you with this except as friends, but you need to get a good counselor.
ASAP.
So you need to go see a marriage counselor starting today that is a strong person that will try to help you save your marriage if it's salvageable, that will give you some verbiage and some positions to remind you you're not crazy, because you got 2 guys who are saying you're not crazy.
You're not.
Okay? And we both know this stuff, okay? So you need to get a counselor that can guide you through this. You don't want to do this off of a radio call, and you don't want to do this off of your friend's opinion over a glass of wine. You need to get a counselor in your corner that can give you some ways to explain to your husband that what will amount to ultimately an ultimatum.
A boundary.
A boundary that says you are going to re-engage or you're going to disengage. Right. We're not going to play here in the middle, and I'm not going to be abused at this level anymore. And you got to have someone help you set that boundary, not 2 guys on the radio. But you're not crazy, and you need to do this, and you need to do this right now. John, we got to go back to that last caller for a second, because there's a whole lot of that in America today.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a lot of different ways that husbands and wives interact over money. There's a situation where they work together, and everything's combined, and they make decisions together, and when they make decisions on their spending, and they're investing, they realize that they are truly adding a level of unity, a level of oneness to their relationship, a level of communication to their relationship, and that's plan A. And it has the highest probability of increasing the quality of your marriage and the highest probability of you becoming wealthy. Plan A does. Plan B is to healthy, mentally mature, emotionally mature people who operate financially like roommates, but both of them have a vote, and there is a mutual respect, and there's communication between them, but they run separate accounts. That's a plan B. That lowers the probability of wealth building and the quality of the marriage substantially, but it still functions. Plan C, that's even worse, is mom or dad, husband or wife, one of the two, is in charge. And the other one is doled out money as an allowance. Well, I got to check with mama, see if I got any money. Meaning the wife is in charge of the money. Or I got to ask my husband because he handles all the money. And, or, I don't know what we've got. And they die, the one that handles the money dies, and the other one just left clueless and with no skills because they don't have decades of handling anything. They basically are a glorified child being taken care of by an unglorified parent in that setting. And that is damaging to the relationship, and it's really damaging to the money, really damaging the money. That plan F, where you fail the test, is one toxic member of the team is in control of the money and the other person.
It's fine. That's abuse.
With toxic financial abuse.
Right.
The extreme of that is there's a high correlation in the data and in the actual practice, and I've seen it on the financial side. I've talked with other coaches. You and I have talked about this. You probably can cite a study. I've just talked to other people that have seen it in practice, that if a husband has extreme control over the finances to the point that the wife is not allowed to can't go to the grocery store by herself, can't pay any electric bill. She's given $2 at a time, not $2,000 at a time. Extreme control. Probably 90 to 95% of the time he's hitting her. Domestic violence tied to that. If there's that level of control, you can just about count on it. That last one gets really close to that.
That's why my first question was, are you safe, right? Because you could feel it.
She wanted to say safe was emotional abuse, but she's upstairs and can't speak loudly because he's downstairs.
That's right.
Which makes me wonder about that whole thing.
And how many calls have we taken, you and I have taken, that have a couple on, they disagree, they're either laughing about it or they're in jest but serious. That's the first one of these where somebody's hiding upstairs saying, help.
It's not the first one, sadly, but it won't be the last one. But the point of us bringing this up is, to outline what A plan is, B plan is, C plan is, and F plan is. Here's the thing. Every one of those, regardless of who you are and which player you are in that role, is a choice to go forward that way.
Right.
And I would encourage every one of you to choose to move towards the A plan.
Yeah.
Or if you are unsafe, to choose to get out.
Yeah.
Whether you're unsafe emotionally or you're unsafe physically. I don't tell people to file divorce, and I don't tell people to file bankruptcy, but there are situations where you're unsafe, you need to get out of there.
And if you find yourself, she mentioned something at the end of that call that just has buried itself in my heart a little bit. She said, this isn't who I am. I've looked up, I bought this house, I bought it on my own, I had a great career, I was debt-free, and now I'm somebody else. That's common language of somebody who's in an abusive relationship. I have become somebody else in order to keep myself safe, keep my kids safe, keep this guy from
keep his rage, keep his rage down.
That's right. That's right. And when you look in the mirror and say, "Who are you? Who have you become?"
Because there's a rage person in your life.
That is signal number one. Call somebody and get some help right away.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. That's the wrathful man Proverbs talks about is a dangerous character.
Golly, man.
It's a dangerous character, and the sad thing is that he's probably has very low coping skills himself, and that's what drives him to rage.
That's right, yeah. And I'd love for him to get some help as well. And she mentioned something. The number of calls I'm taking, Dave, on my show, the data is bearing it out. The folks over the last 24 months who have gotten psychotic about their cell phones and new data and new information and news. It's destroying people. Put your phones down and say, I got a problem, and go re-engage. Or call.
You get a human being.
Get a counselor. Yes.
You do not need turn your stupid screen off and get around human beings. I mean, it's screen time. People have gone down the conspiracy theory or alternate theory or whatever you want to call it, rabbit hole, and they live there.
They've moved in.
Yeah. And so I've had to put up a boundary in my life. I've got a certain number of acquaintances / friends that I'm like, not here.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about COVID anymore. I'm tired of it.
There you go.
It's no longer fun. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're all stupid. All of you are stupid. I'm just not talking about it anymore, And if I die from it, y'all can make fun of me then. It's fine.
Right.
But it's all good. And you can be mad at Dave Ramsey, and you're already mad at him, so screw it. Whatever. It's okay. So, but I mean, this whole thing, you've got to, this rage that has welled up inside of started with a quarantine, and has driven people, the fear off of that. It's an existential crisis of another kind.
It is. And we are feeling a mass psychosis, man. We've got, dude, this is how nonsense gets started, Dave, that you can't wheel back. And so I want people to put their phones down and go call a friend. Call and ask your close buddies. Have I been raged out? And if they're good friends, they'll be honest with you. Say, no. Or they'll look you out and say, yeah, we've been worried about you.
Yeah.
I've had those moments in my life, man.
Well, you get in fight mode and you stay jacked up.
And you never get off fight. You just go looking for the next fight, the next fight, the next fight.
Yeah. And it's a jacked up thing. And then all you do is just keep Fox News on or CNN on, whichever version you are.
And they'll feed it to you.
And they'll make sure you're pissed off.
All 24/7. That's how they get paid.
Exactly. And if not, you can turn on your local news and a tornado's going to kill you. But yeah. Oh, my God. There's a snowstorm. It's like, oh, jeez. Just get in the truck and drive to work.
Or don't, but pick one. Don't be
or don't be
maniacal about it.
Turn the TV off.
Turn it off.
It's white powder. It's going to be okay. It'll be all right. And so, but the wussification of America, this idea that we don't know how to fight through something, and then when we get into this, we don't have the character structure to fight like a man. Instead, we fight like a boy. And
your power and control,
and jacked up bully mode instead of manly, righteous anger at something that's truly principled and wrong. And so you become an activist. God help you, because you don't have anything else to do. It's weird. It's weird. It's happening out there. And so if you're in those situations, folks, get some help.
Call somebody. Please
call somebody. Get somebody in your corner. Walk you out of it. And put the phone down. This is The Ramsey Show.